You are tuned into the Art of Self Reflection, your weekly dose of inspiration on navigating your self discovery journey. I'm your host, Desiree, and I am really excited about today's journey, y'all. I truly know that there will be a level of value that you walk away with that you can apply to wherever you are, and it is going to absolutely change the way you think, the way you process information. And before I jump into it, I'm going to just open up with a moment of gratitude because I try to, regardless of where I am, stop, take a moment, and give thanks, even when life be life in. So today's moment of gratitude is really just on difficult conversations. And I know at first glance, difficult conversation sounds extremely intimidating, but I've recently discovered that there's something beautiful in having a difficult conversation right at the other side of it. You usually walk away learning something about either yourself or something about the person that you're speaking to or something about humanity in general, and coming to a level of realization that we're all not that different after all. So, moment of gratitude for difficult conversations. And I want to just go ahead and jump right on into today's topic, which is revisiting your foundation when you are stuck. And I know it is easy to get stuck in loops of behaviors. It's easy to get stuck in a school that you don't like or a job that you don't like, whatever it is. It's easy to get stuck in those areas. And I want to give you something that you can do to unstuck yourself. And I challenge you before we jump into it to really ask yourself, when you were a child, what did you naturally do when you felt stuck? And I think back to me when I was a child, and I'm not sure if this is everyone else's experience, but I always said why. Whenever I didn't understand something or wherever my mind would get fixated or stuck at and I couldn't really just push past that wall, I would always ask why. And thankfully, I was surrounded by enough love, especially my grandfather. I would always say, "But why, Grandpa?" And he would break it down for me. He would explain to me whatever it was, and he would explain it so thoroughly that eventually everything would just click. So I share that with you, not to be long winded, but to just really show the essence of how when you ask yourself questions when you're stuck, it literally opens your mind. And think of it this way, right? Like you're in a forest and there are multiple paths, and each of these paths have a question in front of it. The who, what, when, where, why, how, right? Like think that way, or think with actual questions like, what should I do next? Or what do I want in the next 5 years? Or how do I become more disciplined and actually get my goals accomplished, right? All of these areas that we are stuck in, regardless of what they are, if you start by asking yourself a question, those questions will lead you down different paths in the forest, right? And as you're going along this journey, your mind begins to develop more information, new information. Then you begin synthesizing information differently. And ultimately you've now expanded your knowledge base, right? So as you've expanded your knowledge base by asking these questions, you're now equipped to no longer be stuck. And it's so much power in that. And just to kind of swing it into real life, I know we're currently going through like this AI boom, and everyone talks about like ChatGPT and all these different AI tools that are out there. Think about how that works, right? On a foundational level. You have this tool that you input a question, it takes your question and therefore asks questions to its database in order to answer your question. So in order to help you get unstuck. It's really powerful. And I hope that you enjoyed that. And I hope if you enjoyed conversations like this that you like, subscribe, and just continue to grow with me. Till next time, peace, fam.